not come to Ecuador to be sweating in the sun.
They don't even like foreigners in
It's
Manta.
too touristy.
All the people are
Manta is gentrified.
It's more foreigners than locals in Manta.
These beaches,
All the beaches
I'm not
are
really feeling
ugly.
these
Manta's
beaches.
gonna take you for
They're
everything you got. Manta is not the real Ecuador.
You're dead ass wrong about Manta.
This is not a touristy town.
There's not a large industry of individuals trying to separate tourists from their tourist dollars.
There aren't really any tourist markets here.
There are no Ubers here.
This city by the ocean is overwhelmingly filled with descendants of proud fishermen. This town is filled with natives making a better way for their families and future generations.
This town is filled with an infectious entrepreneurial spirit that is obvious and apparent everywhere.
There is poverty.
There is desperation. There is a thirst and problems that need to be addressed here. There's also an optimistic anticipation for what Manta is becoming. And there is no doubt
There is no doubt that Manta
is
becoming.
Manta is becoming. But before we can talk about what Manta is becoming, we need to talk about what Manta was.
This area began around 55 AD when a people, a fisherman tribe called the Montañas, inhabited the Pacific coast of Ecuador. Revered for its trading and fisherman expertise, this city has always made its living off of the water.
In fact, the original name of this Pacific coast locale was Hoque, which in the Montaña original tongue means house of the fish.
No sé.
¿Usted entiende un poquito español?
Sí, entiendo un poquito, pero después de Ecuador estamos ya.
This is how it is and how it always has been. No winch, no pulley, just family. Tribe. Three generations of fishermen seen here. This catch looks like it would last about 2 or 3 days, which would mean they'll be back out here in a couple of days, doing the same old hee-ho. And I believe this same old hee-ho has been going on for generations.
And now show them the kill. Boy, they ready. This move.
This way of life here in Manta is undisturbed. Fishing has forever been the backbone of Manta society and its people. The commercial fishing industry is not the only industry that's running this town. Families are fed, and there's a thriving subculture of independent fishermen earning a living directly from the ocean.
We have found found ourselves in one of the hoods of Manta. We're looking for a grocery store, but also saw that there was a seafood store nearby that had really good reviews. So we came here and they did. The prices of food were as good as the review said. Left out with a bag of shrimp and a bag of tuna for $6 in the hood. Okay, so I couldn't leave without asking for the famous recipe for Encebollado, because here in Manta, it's the tuna capital of the world, and those recipes will probably be prime. So we're getting the recipe for a very popular dish in Ecuador called Encebollado, and thankfully she's writing down the recipe so that we're able to make it at home.
This young woman was a perfect example of who we encountered in the neighborhoods of Manta. She was welcoming, accommodating, kind, and really seemed to enjoy sharing her culture with us.
Encebollado is a really popular dish all across Ecuador. It's like a tuna soup or broth with onion and a few other things. Yes. Yuca. Okay.
Look, Selimar is a really good find for us for a couple of different reasons. We had to restock at the grocery store anyway, and we haven't been able to find that local kind of market that has everything that we need. But we found out about them, went down there, and man, the seafood is inexpensive, but what's better than that is we're paying into the pockets of fishermen. We're putting petrol in the boats. We're actually giving families money for the work that they do. We're not going to some store where they got to pay overhead and corporations and other rich people are getting richer. Well, we're paying money into the community that we're living in. So really, really, really appreciate that. So we strongly recommend Selimar. If you get a chance to come out here and support, please get out here and support. Keep your taxi running. It's hood, but you can do a little drive-through service and get you some fresh seafood. They had everything.
It was nice out that afternoon. So Lidelia Alvarado, 70 years old, went for a walk on Tarqui Beach with her niece. Then, suddenly, she saw something different in the sea. The water was getting further and further away from the shore, almost as if it were emptying out into a drain. I didn't know what it was, but I knew we needed to get home, she said. But in a matter of seconds, the confusion got worse. The ground was moving, people were screaming, and sirens were going off everywhere. I made it home, but all I can see and hear were explosions going off and walls falling, she recalled.
For 96 seconds,
The future of Ecuador was shaken to its core. For 96 seconds,
panic and terror flooded the Pacific coast of Ecuador. For 96 seconds,
it was absolute chaos.
for 96 seconds.
For 96 seconds on Saturday, April 16th, 2016, Ecuador was rocked to its core by a massive earthquake, 7.8 magnitude. The main areas affected, the epicenter, was the province of Esmeraldas. Along with that, 5 other provinces were heavily affected, including Manabí, Santo Domingo, Los Rios, Guayas, and Santa Elena. So this gentleman is showing us where the damage was. Ah, okay. Oh, here's them. The Americano Institute, you guys. Hola. How are you? I'm good. So we're looking at damage from the earthquake. We're making a video about 2016 and how Manta's rebuilding.
Oh, yeah.
This building was completely destroyed.
Not really completely destroyed.
Okay.
People get away from the building.
Good.
Because
Okay.
they think they had a big damage.
Okay.
What's not true. No, say, yeah, bye-bye.
That's okay. See.
They fix it.
Right, all right. See.
that's it.
But they just left it alone?
Nothing else. It's completely okay. It's completely okay.
Do you feel like the city is rebuilding though? Like it's good now?
Yeah.
The earthquake caused damage in the millions. Buildings were wiped out, septic systems were wiped out. Over 200 people passed, with a third of those deaths taking place here in Manta, and 700,000 people lost their homes. The quake stripped families of homes and businesses of addresses. As the people, the cities, and the country began to heal and find adequate homes for the displaced, COVID struck the world and made the housing shortage much more pronounced. Now what you see in Manta is a spectrum of housing, people living in condemned homes to new developments like urbanizations and towering oceanfront condos. But what is most apparent in Manta is the need for development. All right, you guys, we are here with some royalty. Ryan, how are you doing?
Good.
With Ecuador Shores Realty, man. I can't believe we actually got you.
I'm kind of starstruck myself, so it's okay.
All right, now let's talk investment property. Like, I see a lot of construction around here. Would you consider, I know this might be a dumb question to ask, but would you consider Manta a good place to invest?
Absolutely.
Why?
Growth. I think
Okay.
it's just sheerly growth. I mean, we've been down here for what, a little over a decade now, and it's night and day from when we first started here. I mean, when Tiffany and I first got here, half of this was not here.
Okay.
And now that the airport's coming online, we just see it just continuing to ratchet up.
I know, international, right?
First one. Yep. So they'll start doing the international with Copa Airlines through Panama. So that's going to be our first leg. And then, of course, with the Galapagos flights coming out of Manta to Galapagos, we're hoping that that'll parlay into
The hair is
more.
rising on the back of my neck. I'm like, opportunity!
Absolutely.
My goodness.
I kind of look at this as Costa Rica. If you could like jump back in, the time machine.
We got the chance to view a few luxury properties in the Ecuador Shores Realty portfolio, and this one was our favorite. This condo is in the newly constructed Riva di Mare condominium in the Barbasquillo neighborhood, which simply spells luxury. This luxury condo has some of the best views of Manta, along with 2 beautiful balconies to enjoy the Pacific Ocean and city views. This spacious 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom condo was decorated with a tasteful eye. The owners of this property really took their time decorating, importing, and designing beautiful finishes to enhance the luxurious aspects of this property.
Manta is a city on the beach.
Manta's residents enjoy a rich and thriving nightlife, a diverse foodie scene, and a culture rich with celebrations and communal camaraderie.
You're dead ass wrong about Manta. This city is alive and growing. The mayor's strategic plans seem to be yielding good fruit. We're seeing a trickle-down effect take place in the neighborhoods. The new developments are bringing national attention and international dollars into Manta. Manta has its own challenges as well. They're stuck between 2 provinces that are having some issues, a battle royale with their drug lords, the corrupt government officials, and just all kinds of different gangs and whatnot. They're stuck between Esmeraldas y Guayas, and both of these places are in a brutal, brutal, brutal war right now. Apart from that, they're also feeling the challenge inside of their neighborhoods, getting a quality of life that is fit for everyone. The housing stock is kind of old and dilapidated. I mean, it comes with its own challenges, but we got some solutions working too. Manta's already the tuna capital of the world. Fishing is a huge industry around here. It makes nearly a third of all of Manta's mass earnings. Tourism and development are the next projections to start booming around here. And as such, the mayor, the mayor has been investing countless dollars and time into developing both of those industries. Tourism is looked at as an asset around here. It's projected to the tune of 35,000 jobs will be created between Manta and the surrounding areas of Manta if they double down and invest in tourism. It will employ over 35,000 individuals. Development, beachfront development. Some of the least expensive beachfront properties you will be able to find exist here in Manta for a particular reason. They're looking for strategic partners to build the areas in and around this city. You're dead ass wrong about Manta.
According to the people who know, the future of Manta is bright. With the investment in the fishing industry and the development of real estate and tourism, this place is growing. Manta is becoming. If you didn't get anything else from this, know that it is growing on many different fronts.
Manta is becoming a real estate development, beautiful place. It's becoming a tourist town. So many different things that people fear, but the people around here are applauding it. They're waiting for it, and it's gonna help this town to become a boom town.
And Manta is growing rapidly in the amount of beautiful, affordable luxury real estate here. They are ready for people to come.
What we're really saying is,
Manta is next up.